my name's Mandy. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Peaksideneedle Life is So Creative. Today is Monday the 18th of October 2021, and I think by the time I've edited this, realistically, you'll probably get to see this tomorrow, which will be Tuesday. So what can I tell you? I've been up to lots of different things since I last spoke to you, which was a couple of weeks ago now. So yeah, I've got this new project and I can't wait to show you that. That's from the workshop I attended a couple of weeks ago, so I'll tell you all about that as well. So yeah, let's crack on. If you haven't already subscribed, could I please ask you to subscribe, please? I need to get my subscribership up. Right, let's start. Okay, well, what I'm wearing today is my toaster sweater. This is quite an old mate, really. It's by Soho 7. It's raglan sleeve, which is lovely to put together actually. And the fabric I bought from Hollies Haberdashery quite a long time ago now, and it's a houndstooth. I'm a little bit concerned in case this flickers on the screen, so we'll have to see how it goes. So yeah, that's that. Haven't got a lot of garment sewing to show you today because, well, I'll explain all about it as we go through the weeks. So I think it's a couple of weeks, like I say, since I last spoke to you. Monday is Miniature Monday, and I have started a little table runner. This is from this book here, Joe Morton's Little Favourites, and I think it's a third book in the series. So I haven't managed to work on that because I wanted a new project bag. So Miniature Monday is for little mini projects, and this is what I've made. This is the fabric I purchased from Hollies Haberdashery quite a while ago now. It was a fat quarter pack, and the fabric is by Andover, and all it says is, I think it says 100th anniversary or something. So they haven't named this fabric, but if you go on to her website, she's still got some of this left. Got the pumpkins on, and then this lovely orange fabric, which was part of the fat quarter pack, and then I've lined it with the matching grey to this. So yeah, I'll just put some cord in and sewed some little ends on. I have got some stoppers, what you can put in, some cord stoppers, but the problem is it still shows the fraying of the cord at the end, so I've put those on. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. So Tuesday is Thimble Tuesday, and I've got 3 crosswork projects on the go. That is Kringles by Little House Needleworks, and I've got a big full coverage by Heaven and Earth Designs. However, I was telling you my youngest daughter has moved house recently, and I wanted to get this completed for her new home. So this is by the Historical Sampler Company. It's on a 16 count Aida, and it's already kitted up. It's in a kit, and it's Home is Where the Heart Is. So let me show you how far I've got with that. So that's the house and the windows. Got these little flowers on the house. Yeah, I think it's looking really pretty. I'm quite pleased with it. I'm enjoying working on this. So yeah, I'm hopeful that next time I speak to you I'll have the house completed, and I'm working on the little motifs that surround the house. So that is that. So every Tuesday, for the last couple of Tuesdays, that's what I've been working on, and you can see a lot more progress that way. Wednesday is Wool Wednesday, and for those of you who've been watching a while, you'll know that I've started to knit the Frances cardigan by Marie Wallen. This is from her book, The Bloomsbury Collection. So when I first started this off, my circular needles, because it's knit in the round, so the needles, the cable wasn't long enough. So then I tried DPNs and those weren't long enough. The stitches were coming off even though I used stoppers. So then I sent off for these Knit Pro Zings, and they're on a 100cm cable, so that's long enough. I've knit to and fro at first, and then after a few rows I then join in the round. It doesn't make a difference because this is what you call a steek. So when the cardigan is finished, I will just cut up the steek, you see. So it doesn't matter that there's that little gap there at all. Now I've finished all the rib and I'm coming to the patterning section now, and I need to change to a 3mm needle. And I've got lots of knitting needles and circulars and DPNs, double pointed needles, but I need 3mm with a long cable. So I've got to send off for them. Can't believe it. So, yeah. You should check you've got the tools before you start the job. I'll have to go on to be parked for a short while until I get my 3mm needles. Next project I've been working on Wool Wednesday is my lightweight hipster shawl. I am making this for my eldest daughter, and the wool is from Coastal Colours. It's a 4-ply wool. No, sorry, lace weight. I think it's a lace weight. And this is where I've got up to. So from that stitch marker, the little moon, and then I've completed another section of these, I think they're called Indian crosses. I've done the lace section, and now I'm on the garter band, and this is the home stretch now. So still increasing either side to get that lovely crescent shape. And I'm just going to keep on going now until I've just got enough wool left to cast off. So yeah, I'm really loving this wool. I enjoy knitting with this, and I'll talk a little bit more about Coastal Colours in a moment. But the camera is not doing this wool any justice whatsoever. But it would be lovely if my daughter will allow me to take a photograph of her wearing this when I've completed it. Don't know if she'll let me, but it is a beautiful, beautiful colour, and it's just great fun to knit with. So that's what I've been working on, and I think I mentioned in my last vlog I was going to knit the spider jumper for my youngest grandson, and I'll be using this robin double knitting in the grey colourway, and I'm going to use up some oddballs of my black acrylic. So yeah, also on Wool Wednesday I have been working on my crochet. I am making the Floralia blanket. It's a free pattern by Pippin Poppycock. If you go on her website you can download it in either UK or US terms. And this is how far I've got, and then I had to make some squares. Now there is also, not only do you get good instruction with the free pattern, but Helen Shrimpton, as I say, from Crystals and Crochet, is also doing free tutorials on how to crochet this blanket on YouTube. So I have now completed part 5, and this is where I have stitched, well, crocheted together the squares. So the other night I just sat there watching Netflix and getting these completed. So I've got 4 of these, and I thought, oh right, now for part 6 I'm going to join these to these sides. But I've had a sneaky look at part 6, and you have to do some more crochet around the edges, and then these will get joined. So that's what I'm hoping to do in the week, is to get the sides completed and it's stitched onto that. So yeah, starting part 6, so slowly getting there with that one. Right, okay, so my next project was for Thursday, which again is a thimble day, and or you could call it Tapestry Thursday, but this is what I've been working on. It is a kit by Anchor, and I bought this in a sale from Hobbycraft. Now when I've looked on this, the sides here, that's all in beige wool as well, so I've got plenty of beige left. So if I bring it up a bit closer, you'll see that I've got to also stitch the sides. So I think I'll work on that section next. But yeah, I've got quite a bit of this done, so I'm just a bit concerned that I might run out of the dark brown wool. We'll see how we go, but there doesn't look like there's a lot left to do, but there's quite a few hours work on this yet. But yeah, I'm really pleased with how that's come along, and I've been watching Maid, I think it's Maid or Maids, Maid, M-A-I-D, that way of spelling it, on Netflix. So it's been a good series to watch. So that's Tapestry Thursday. Friday is for fabrics or for finishing a project, and I didn't manage to do any sewing because we went to Fleetwood on Thursday, and that was to watch a band called Steel Eye Span, which is a rock folk band, and I'll put a link in down below or in the information, so you can actually go and watch them on YouTube. But they are a really fantastic band to go watch. Now my partner was a little bit dubious, but actually he really enjoyed himself, and he said he would go to see them again, and I'd love to see them again. So yeah, by the time we got home on the Friday, I was just too tired to actually do any sewing. This Friday just gone, I did do a finish it project. So if you remember, I did some cross stitch, and this was 4 blessings from the seasons 1 series by Lila Studios. So yeah, I've made this into a little pillow. So I'll just show you. That was the summer one I made, if you remember, and I backed it in a lovely yellow fabric, and this is backed with an autumn one. Talking about this pillow with the crow on it, I wanted to show you this footage because my partner feeds the birds. We've got all these bird feeders out, and the last few days we've been having a lot of starlings. So I looked on the internet, I googled it in, because I know if you get a group of crows, they call a murder of crows. Yeah, that's a bit spooky, isn't it? A murder of crows. Reminds me of that film The Birds by Alfred Hitchcock. But yeah, it's called, for a group of starlings, it's called collectively a mermation, I think. Mermation. Is it something like that? So anyhow, I'll show you some footage of the starlings. And yeah, they sort of swoop in and then they'll fly back and then they come back in. It's really interesting to watch. And then Saturday we were up again and off to Bakewell, which is a good hour's drive for us, and we're going through Buxton. So it's very hilly, fantastic scenery. I wish really I'd taken some footage now, but never mind. And yeah, you drive into what's called the Peak District, and it was at Bakewell, this wool gathering festival. So I saw this, it's a little bit sheepish, and it's a superwash blue-faced Leicester silk cashmere 4-ply yarn. So I've got that colourway, which is called Iris. I don't know why it's called Iris, because it's like a copper colour. But it's absolutely beautiful, because I fancy knitting the Zweig, and I thought that would look nice at the front lace bit. Then I went straight to Coastal Colours. Funnily enough, that company is in Fleetwood, and this one is, and they don't give names, but strange. Right, so this is a 4-ply, and it's 70% alpaca, 20% silk and 10% cashmere, and this is really soft. So I got this one and I thought it looked lovely. It reminded me of autumn and apples. Look at the colours on that. I also got a double knit. Oh, this is a 4-ply. This is 85% superwash merino and a 15% Donegal nep. Now I did think that would look lovely in a little boy's cardigan, and I was going to buy a couple, but you would have to hand wash. So like I say, it's not realistic really, is it? So I thought I might knit some socks for him, for Dave, and this. I don't know if the neps would get on his nerves, but they're soft, so I don't think so. I thought it was really, really lovely colours. And then I saw this pattern here, and this is for a shawl. It's called the Air Shawl by Carrie Westerman, and this is a picture of that. It's a one skeiner, and she designed this and very kindly donated it to a charity called Médecins Sans Frontières, which means Doctors Without Borders. So it's part of a project. It's called the Penny Hop Project. So basically, the pattern is free, but you can donate some money instead of paying for the pattern, which I did. And I bought this, which is a lace weight, 75% merino. It's got 20% silk and 5% sparkle, and I bet the sparkles won't show up. Yeah, they are doing a little bit. And I thought that looked lovely as a shawl. So yeah, those are all my... oh, that's coming, I'm twisting a bit. So those are my lovely wools. I watched Michelle Sews Again the other day, and she was talking about a challenge on Instagram where someone had set it where you have to sew so many yards, use so many yards of fabric from your stash before you can purchase any more. And I thought that might be a good idea for me to have a look at. So every 3 yards of fabric I use then will allow me to buy 1 yard, so that way I can get my stash down. And the same for wool. I need to knit up 300 grams of wool before I can buy 100, so I think that's the best way for me to start getting my stash. Sunday, I think I've told you this, I was booked onto this workshop at Liberty Bell, and this used to be a shop in Chester, but now it's completely online, and the company imports items from the States, so there's lots of like primitive type of items for sale and fabrics, and she holds the workshops at her home. So yeah, it's not too far from my house. It's about a half-hour's run, I'd say. And the workshop started at 10:30, and I set out in plenty of time. So realistically, I should have arrived there quarter of an hour early, but I got stuck behind a wide load. So for those of you who don't live in the UK, we have some very antiquated country windy roads. And when you get a wide load, it just stops. There's police escort and everything escorting the wide load, and you're just sat there behind it for a long time. And it actually put half an hour onto my journey. So yeah, I was half an hour late for the workshop, and I was going to show you what I made. So it was this autumn bench pillow. I don't know who the pattern is by. I'm going to find out when I see her next time and ask her. But just look at this. I love it. So this isn't finished yet, as you can see. But this, let me show you. This is the autumn bench pillow. So I've quilted some, they're like acorn leaves, aren't they? Oak leaves. So I've quilted oak leaves on, and then I've got some little black buttons to sew on the owl's eyes. I love that little truck, I really do. And yeah, it spells the word autumn. So I've just got to applique, so round the letters and stitch on the leaves. So I've used a fusible webbing to sew the applique, to adhere the applique. Just got finished the squirrel's eye off with a French knot. I mean, I just love it. So yeah, I couldn't wait to show you this. I really couldn't. So pleased. It was well worth it. Yeah. So my autumn bench pillow. So this is beautiful. I don't know whether it's Riley Blake, but it's like a very soft flannel. So this is the back of the pillow. So like I say, I've just got to finish appliquing these letters and so finishing off sewing on the leaves and everything, and then it'll be finished. So yeah, my autumn bench pillow. I was so made up with that. So I've got another workshop in a couple of weeks to make a table topper with Sue. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So that's all the days of the week. That's what I've been up to in my craft room. I've also, just show you quickly, made a little card, and that is for my granddaughter. And for those of you who make cards, I've used the Stampin' Up carousel and a rose gold stamping ink, and then just cut out the word Sweet Wishes. It's a die cut, and then just stamped inside. So yeah, spent a fortune the other day on Lavinia stamps. Right, okay, so I hope you enjoyed this vlog, and if you did, please give me a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see you soon in a couple of weeks.